Frank,
you ain't running away, baby.
Hey, I'm getting the hell out of here.
It's coming on into the Dunn Center. Check it all out. Hall of Fame. I got the There's the man keeping it in charge, baby.
Love you, Frank.
Whoop.
Just need a little spot on the back page. Here's what I wanted to say. Beside you when you're riding around, it's got a pretty good radio.
Go, Frankie. But considering the fact that
Taking a quick little tour up here.
If you wanna get it dancing down the road. Spend a lot of Friday nights under the stars. Get you where you need to go.
What do you say, whole heads? Are you a little bit disoriented there? Did you like to walk around? Welcome to Taco Tuesday, TACO, Talking ACO, the American Cornhole Organization. Finn, the loudmouth for said ACO with Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude, who was your host for that walkthrough.
Yeah, disoriented maybe, but I'm winded, dude.
I'm winded from
I don't
watching.
climb steps like that very often, man.
Well, maybe you watched the promo earlier and you understood that I was out there in search of my shadow, clearly by the fact that I've changed what I'm wearing, my outerwear. It is not time for spring. I did not see my shadow. However, that does mean 24 more weeks of top-tier cornhole as we work our way into the World Championships in Throwinsboro. And I had a graphic for it. Yeah, there it is.
I was not paying attention to my cue. I was straightening up my look over here, buddy.
We added one slide to this week's show, and that was it. And it was a swing and a miss. But it's okay because it actually is very creepy. Anyway, the bottom line is, welcome to Taco Tuesday. Glad to have you along for the ride. Clarksville, a monster first time in town. What a great time. You saw some of the duck pin bowling there and varsity
we're missing
pins.
something.
Oh yeah, I was going to toast. No, I was going to toast to you guys that threw the big party. So to you.
Now we can toast and
To
be
the
part of it.
CVB and Varsity Pins, and also to CBC and their party as well, the pre-party, Miggy Boards, their pre-party. Everybody looked like they were having a great time. We got some great photos and great video from all that we'll share here in just a moment. And congratulations, as you saw up front, the big news, the Hurt Locker, they saw their shadow and everybody was in it. And what that means is anybody going to beat them in doubles? I mean, I know I think one time they've been taken down in doubles so far this season. The big question is going to be what happens when we get to Dalton this weekend, the carpet capital of the universe, by the way. So welcome to the taco. Good stuff. We're hitting the Roadhouse, if you will, to Dalton. For those of you who are old enough to understand, actually, you might understand too if you've seen the new version, but you shouldn't be remaking movies like Roadhouse. Don't do it. Anyway, don't forget, whether you're watching on Facebook or on the YouTube channel, hit all of our social media, like us, whether it's Instagram, X, whatever it is. We don't do a lot of back and forth there, but we do put out information for you and congratulate our winners and so on and so forth. But Instagram is probably the place, the platform of choice outside of Facebook. So make sure you hit us on YouTube, hit us everywhere, like, subscribe, hit the notifications, all of that stuff to make sure that you are up to date. And also, if you want text information about what we're up to, opt into the text program. Put this number in your phone, call it ACO Text, and whenever we have something really important that you need to know, that you need to have right at your fingertips, it'll be there for you at 833, make sure I get this right, 695-1318. 833, you see the number there on your screen, 695-1318. You opt in, and again, when we send a message out, when you see at the bottom of the message it says, text stop to end, that doesn't end that message. It opts you back
Wipes you out completely.
Yeah, you're wiped out completely. So you might have to opt back in if you want to keep getting the messages. Now, if you're annoyed by it, then feel free to opt out. But if you hit stop or you text stop to end just that series of messages, we're not going to be blowing you up anyway. But just know that you may have to opt back in if you did that on a previous message. So just text ACO again to 833-695-1318, and you will be back in there for everything that you need to know. Bring your comments into the comment section, whether it's Facebook or on the YouTube channel. In fact, I mean, there's plenty of things that we can talk about, anything that you want, but maybe even share with us your favorite Super Bowl commercial. We were just talking about that. I think we agreed Dunkin' Donuts won the day. Maybe Allstate with Arnold, but Dunkin' Donuts was outstanding. The Dunk Kings was outstanding, so that's a good one if you saw. And I actually, even though it was pickleball, I liked the babies, the E-Trade babies playing pickleball.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of
Because
funny.
if you heard the audio, it was pretty damn funny. But if you got one, throw it down in the comments. We'd love to comment on anything and everything that you want to chat about, so that's why it's called a chat, so we can chat. So check that out. Also, well, go ahead.
I was just going to say we got a couple special guests in the house. Mark Smothers. I don't know that I see Smothers on here that often. So Smothers, man, good to see you. And Rob
Welcome.
Cooksey's going to be in Dalton, I think, with his rebuilt bionic arm,
Yeah, the bionic
or whatever
arm.
it is.
Yeah, how about that? And I'll tell you what. Oh, we might have to play Smothers video again. So, yeah, and the thing is, if is Smothers, is he coming
Oh,
to
for
Dalton?
crying
Did he
out
say?
loud. Now I had to hear from Chris Clark, too, talking about the Chiefs. Whatever, dude. Come on.
Oh.
Go watch something else. We don't need a Chiefs fan on here
The
tonight.
chefs. Oh, great googly moogly. It is what it is. But, and the funny thing is, you talk about all that, too. The Taylor Swift thing, to me, is the biggest nothing in the whole world. If it's not up to her when they put the camera on her, I can think it's kind of cool that she goes to the games. The thing that bothered me most wasn't all the previous games. It was this one, looking up the box, where normally she's up there with the Kelsey family and everybody else. This time she was up there with a bunch of people who I don't even think knew which way to face. I saw all these girls around her and everything else, and I'm like, what are those people doing up there? They're not football fans. They don't deserve that spot, but whatever. But outside of that, good deal, whatever. If they're a dynasty, we'll find out next year. You think the Bengals are going to win it all next year anyway, so what
I don't know.
difference does
I
it
mean,
make?
I think being in the Super Bowl, what was it, 4 out of 6 the last 4
I
out
think
of 6
they've won
or
3 of the
something?
last 5, and they've been in 4 of the last 6.
That's pretty much a dynasty in my opinion. I mean, there's not many teams besides the Steelers maybe and the Cowboys and maybe the Patriots that have ever done that.
And some of those dynasties are long in the past. Trust me, as a Steelers fan, I'm tired of hearing about it. But the bottom line is this is supposed to be about cornhole. So anyway,
Let's go back to cornhole.
Feel free to bring up anything you want down there in the comments section. As always, well, actually, before we get to the bag partners, something we want you to check out, and it's the brand new look and feel of AmericanCornhole.com. This is really cool. I got to hand it to Latham and the crew behind the website. This is so much easier to look at, to navigate, to check out, and we're working on updating all the different tiles and different things to make sure that the most up-to-date information is in there. But man, it's so much faster. It's the phone version of it. The mobile side is so much faster and easier, and it's just really, I mean, it's kind of, I hate to say use this word, it's weird, it's pretty to look at. It's real easy to look at, and there's a ton of information there. Everything from memberships to upcoming majors. And featured players, which is great. The bag partners, which is awesome. So everything that you need is there. Check out, if you haven't seen it in a while, go to AmericanCornhole.com, and hats off to Tom Latham and the entire team right there. I love that, where you can see the top ranked players, and it's just a really nice, cleaner, easier website now, and there's great information.
Nice section in there on the lifers. By the way, we got Randy Grohl on the phone here, or on the line here, and he. He's got 2 great tattoos on the back of his calves now, on Thing of Beauty.
So
out
wait
there,
a minute, he has 2.
2.
And you have.
He got the ACL on the one leg, and he got the whole nation on the other leg, and it's hilarious because it takes up his whole calf. It's like a board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And you
Let's
have,
see yours again. Can we see yours again?
See mine?
No, don't take it off, please. We're all good.
It's right there.
We're all good.
It's right there.
Oh yeah, there's a lifer, baby.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's right. Who was the young lady you said you were talking to who doesn't play cornhole? What was that?
I can't remember. I wish I could remember her name. Who's going to get the tattoo so she can get the jersey.
But she doesn't play.
She doesn't play. She just follows her husband or boyfriend around,
young
but she
lady,
wants the shirt.
Let me tell you something. What sort of idiot doesn't play and then gets a tattoo just to get a... Oh, I did. It's all right. It was totally worth it. First tattoo I ever... Well, it was... I got it at the same time I got this one over here. Bottom line, first tattoos I ever got. Still, 0 tattoos. And you know who I'm pointing at over here. 0 tattoos. We'll get there. We'll get there. In fact, he was discussing an idea earlier, which I think is a good idea. And you should do it. And if you don't do it, I might do it. It's a good... that was
a good idea.
I like that idea. But we shall see. But yeah, there's a lifer section on there. It's really... The website looks really nice. And as I mentioned, the bag partners are all featured there, as they are here every week. And I like this this grouping that we've got. The Blueprint Wolverines, if you're looking at the bottom right to start there on your screen, which are very cool. I love those designs.
Oh, yeah, it's a new one.
Yep.
It's a brand new one.
And then the greats, the GR8s.
That's our boy Daniel Lilly out there with
in the UK.
UKCL.
Let's see, what is this? These I love these too because, and I will say, let me see that one real quick. This is the Maryland bag, and I said, whose bag is this? Because it's got the the stamp on the back or the approval on the back. But I said, whose bag is this? It doesn't have an identifier on it. And that's Big D?
Big D, baby.
That's ballsy right there, a Big D.
Big D, baby.
Is this that bag, the Maryland bag speaks for itself. And then up to the top right again there, you've got CBC Predators.
CBC Predators.
Which are cool, and thanks to you guys. Killer job all weekend in Clarksville. We're going to get to that here in a moment. And True Cornhole, the Aftershocks. I love those as well. But you can see all of our bag partners scrolling across the bottom. We try to... rotate those who we feature here on the show every week. But again, if you can't find a set of bags that fit your game, it might be time to take up another sport based on nearly 70 bag partners that are involved with the ACO.
How did I become your Vanna White?
I don't know.
I keep saying that every week.
What do you want me to do it? I'll do it.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll do it. I think it's great. I think
who is today's day and age Vanna White, though? Nobody really knows who Vanna White is, but... Who is today's...
You know, the weird thing is people do know who Vanna White is. She has transcended time. She really has.
Really?
Now, again, we talked about the fact that her job may be the easiest job on the planet Earth, but she still has to show up every day and put on a dress and do that.
All right. I just was trying to say so I don't have to keep saying Vanna White every time I got to go up and turn the...
Oh, I see.
Card.
Well, it used to be Carol Merrill. Remember on Let's Make a Deal? She was and then there was Janice Dickinson, who was one of Barker's beauties. So Vanna White probably, because they don't do that anymore.
They
Now
don't
it
do
would
the
be-
game shows like
yeah,
that
it would
anymore?
be sexist if you had somebody do that anymore. It's probably in
Price
town.
is Right, ladies? Is
No,
there
that was
anybody
the
on
Barker's
that? Or?
Beauties. That was Janice Dickinson, and she's the one who sued Bob Barker. Anyway, we're off track yet again.
See, let's get out of it.
So the Bag Partner Daily Deal, which drops every day at noon on Facebook. Today it was Cornographics, if I'm not mistaken. So those bags are there. Again, two sets, one line. That's it. When they're gone, they're gone. $60.
Finn, these are going fast.
That's
I mean,
great.
Yeah.
$60 shipped. You got to love it. The mystery grab bag available at the newly updated AmericanCornhole.com. That's $30 plus shipping, and we just grab a bag full of bags and we send it to you. And what you get is what you get, and they're always stamped and approved by the ACO, so you're always going to get top quality bags, which is great. And to that point, we do the early registration grab bag, which is cool because in Clarksville, Steve Hayes and William Thompson who grabbed their bags, and you can see these guys holding those bags. And that's kind of cool. You just for early registration, you have an opportunity to win those absolutely free. If you're one of the first 50, you get 2 chances. One of the first 100, you get 1 chance. So congratulations to Steve and William, and congratulations to the winner of that exact same offer coming up in Dalton. That's going to be Randy Schonerman. I'm sorry, out of Florida, and Daryl Macon out of Alabama.
Yeah, and Macon was just there in Clarksville, tearing up the courts,
Had
man.
a pretty good weekend, if
Had
I'm
a pretty
not
good
mistaken.
weekend. We'll find out soon.
Get to that here in a moment. So make sure that when you register, pre-register early, you keep that in mind because you do receive those bags at the major that you registered for, either early or in that first 100 to do so. Survey winners. Again, it's all about winning, and more winning. Fill out that survey when you go to a tournament and make sure you let us know what you thought about it, what you did, how you did it. It's very important for us to let the Convention and Visitors Bureaus know what impact you made while you were there. And congratulations to Justin Davidson of Medford, or from the Medford. He's from Oregon, but at the Medford Major, which, again, I go back to that one. Another great one. Clarksville, our first year there. Medford, our second year there. These new cities building very quickly, and hopefully we'll start to see a lot of them get to the level of a Branson or a Knoxville, or, just pick any one of these, even Arkansas, Bentonville,
it's exciting. I mean, Clarksville, it was a given. I mean, we knew going into Clarksville that it was going to be a good tournament. I mean, when you have Owensboro and you have places like Knoxville and those places that, in Bentonville, Arkansas, that year in and year out, blow up for us. A place like Clarksville that's not far outside of Nashville is going to be successful, I would think, in the first year out there. Plus, we have so many good people, good COs out in that area at CBC and Miggy's and all those guys out there supporting and promoting the ACO out in that market.
Well, I know in Russell and West Cornhole, or West Kentucky Cornhole, I mean, I know I saw a lot of them talking, Alabama players coming up. It was great.
But what I'm leaning towards is what you were talking about a second ago, is with Medford, Oregon, and the excitement that we have going on the West Coast. And Finn, I was on the phone today with numerous locations on the West Coast that, our goal and our plan for next year and next season, season 20, is to get to 6 to 9 majors out there for the players on the West Coast, so they can participate in the ACO as much as players from Kentucky and Alabama and Ohio and Georgia and stuff can as well. So I'm excited about what the future looks like for players and the opportunity for players within the system.
Well, and I think it's been interesting to watch too over the last couple of weeks, the enthusiasm and the excitement that different cities shine back to us and towards us. We try to share that with you so that but Medford, I don't know that there is a city more excited to see the ACO come to town than Medford, Oregon. I really don't. I mean, Owensboro,
I'm
Mark,
agreeing with you, buddy.
and that whole crew, they love, Throwensboro loves it. But I'm telling you, as far as new shine, Medford is at the top of the list. And I'm hoping Clarksville got a kick out of having us there, and we will look to expand that one as well. And certainly, like you said, great people making it happen, and so many different angles coming at it. It was good stuff. We're going to get to it here in just a moment. Again, we'll get to Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. He's got his picks for Dalton, Georgia coming up. Very quick reminder, don't forget, get there Thursday. The Crescent City Tavern is where we're going to be hosting the pre-party. 6 sets of boards, 80-person max switch holio, 100% payout guaranteed party. and tournament there. So come on out and join us. I think there are going to be some local players are going to be coming out, apparently, from what we've heard.
I hope there's room for the three of us maybe to jump in.
Yeah,
I'm hoping anyway.
There'll be plenty of room. You guys can have my spot if you'd like. I just want to come out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping there's room because I think it's going to be sold out again.
And if it gets up to 79 and there's one spot left, I will gladly donate whatever spot they might have cut out for me to be in there to you. But yeah, Crescent City Tavern is the name of the venue, and we'll get to more of that in a reminder here. But again, before we get to the results, I'm looking down the list because, as we look in our rearview mirror, some of these huge tournaments, the Knoxville tournament, the Owensboro tournament, the Super Major, the Clarksville now, and so many of these other big ones that have happened over Q4 and Q1. But look down this list. Bentonville, we always know is going to be a party. There's
right,
I mean, if that's not sold out, it's damn close. But look at this. Tulsa, first time in Tulsa. Let's go show Tulsa what we show Medford. Let's go show them. Peoria. Let's go show Peoria what we showed. I mean, we can do this. We know we can do it. And we know that there are players from around the country that haven't played with us for a while. Maybe they even play somewhere else that are like, I think I'm going to stick my nose into this one and see what's going on. And when they walk away, they go, that was a blast. I'll be back. Shreveport and Bossier, this is one I'm excited about as well because of the potential pre-party there as well. So Shreveport, Louisiana, Bossier right there next to one another. But I mean, Cedar Rapids, again, that's another big one. The Grand Prairie, Texas, outside of Dallas, that's a first time there. The Black Hills, Rapid City, South Dakota.
Yeah.
I mean, these are, and you talk about the movement west. You're seeing there's plenty of, within the radius to get to these tournaments to build points to get to the Worlds.
Well, and if you're a player from like the South Dakota area, the cool thing about the Rapid City one, we're going to a place called The Box, and they've now got our equipment up there. They've purchased some equipment that they've got up there now. But this is our first of at least 3 events up there over the coming years. So it's not like we're going to be one and done up there. We're going to be there to grow it.
Well, in the Black Hills, I mean, you're not far from Mount Rushmore. You're not far from, where, Sturgis, where that rally is held. And it might be nice to go into Sturgis when there's 3,000 people there instead of 803,000 people out there. The only times I've been out there, it's been for for the rally, not bike week, for the rally. And it is overrun and insane, but just beautiful country in that part of the nation. We went into Deadwood and went in and spent some time in Deadwood. So if you want to, that's why I like going to these cities and seeing these cities on the docket, because you can get out and go see stuff that you normally would have never even maybe said to yourself, yeah, let's go see that. But you're that close, go see it.
Well, and speaking of going seeing it, is one of the events that was one of my favorites last year was the one in Camp Margaritaville down in Florida.
Yeah, that's coming up
and
again.
The one thing that people need to go see is they've got these amazing little like cabins on the Camp Margaritaville site that you can rent. And so hopefully in the next couple of weeks, Finn, we'll be able to share some of the actually last year we can actually take that video next week and show everybody how cool those little cabins are and stuff like that. And this is actually I had to say this real quick before I forget about it, because I'm old and I forget about stuff all the time.
What?
So, but no, they've got another thing they've done. I've not heard about this or seen this until I talked to them a week ago. But they've actually got campers now. There's actually campers that are like permanent campers.
Oh, that have already been installed.
That they're there, and you can now rent a camper. So you don't have to haul your camper down. You just rent the darn camper. So they've got some cool things set up there in Camp Margaritaville.
Well, and that's what's beautiful about it. It's called Camp Margaritaville. All different ways for you to come camp out while you're there. And that was one of my favorite videos last year because you were showing your cabin that you had, and then I think it was raining at the time. Yeah. And he looks over to the one next door, and over there is the garters, and the one next door. But then later on, with all the water that came in, it was all of a sudden, what is that noise? It's like, oh my God, those are the frogs. But that was a fun video. I enjoyed watching that one, and that's a great one because that one comes up in May. And that's a couple of weeks before we get to Branson, but maybe it might be the perfect one to target if you've got spring fever. If you're from the east side, east of the Rockies, that might be a good one to go out and throw a couple of extra days on as well at Camp Margaritaville. But between Black Hills and Camp Margaritaville, we've got Toledo, Ohio, brand new city. It's great for our northern players to come in and swing into Toledo, see what's going on. Is that the Glass City? If I'm not mistaken, the Toledo, the Glass City, and then Mobile, which we went to last year, which was a lot of fun. That was gorgeous there as well. Camp Margaritaville, and then again, as I said, we wrap up with our 5th and final Pro Series skins game in Branson, Missouri. That is going to be a party on Memorial Day.
So let's call
weekend.
out John Steins. He's saying, hey, guys, counting down the days to Manchester.
Right on.
Counting down the days to Manchester. John, we'll see you soon enough, brother.
Yes, and we'll talk a little bit about that because it's a hell of a lot closer than you might think it is. Anthony Russell, what's up, fellas? Always the first one on the YouTube channel. Sing, let's go. Yeah, baby. Let's go. And go Bengals. Russell says go Bengals. All right. And take the Reds with you. Anyway, Punta Gorda, that's one that's not a major, but what a weekend that is as well. And that is the Gulf Coast Classic. Lots of fun, and it runs a little bit differently. We run later in the day. We start at the Twisted Fork. We work ourselves over to the 4 Points, and that's a lot of fun because you do get, as we talk about, get out to explore the area in Punta Gorda, Florida. So check all of those upcoming dates out because now is the time, like I said, with these giant majors in your rearview mirror, a great time to get in there, maybe score some points, win some cashish, and work your way towards Throwensboro. Now, that said, a reminder, the pre-party for Dalton this weekend, Thursday night, registration about 4:30, bags about 6:30 at the Crescent City Tavern in Dalton, Georgia. Okay, so make sure that you get in. It's 80-person max, Switch Holio, 100% payout on this one, and we've talked to him about having some different drink and food specials as well, as we always like to do. But that backyard bash, right in their backyard, a chance for everybody in Dalton to come out and get to know the ACO. And then we move into our 4th of 5 Pro Series skins games, and what a stacked field this is going to be. And feel free to throw into the comments, who do you think's going to take it? If you've seen the roll call, or if you know who's going, who do you think's going to take not just singles or doubles, but who do you think's going to take the Pro Series this time? I'm curious to know who Phil thinks is going to take it, and that's why we always do this segment. A little something we like to call Time to Phil.
Let's do it. We'll
reload.
Welcome to another episode of Time to Phil. In the background of the mighty Mississippi River on a beautiful day here down in Mississippi. But we're headed to Dalton, Georgia for the first time ever. Pro Series event this week. So let's start out with women. This is going to be a battle. I'm going to go with Kelsey Heitrip, but Chloe Arrington, who we hadn't seen in a while, is in this field, and you know how good she is. In juniors, I got to go with Mason Higgins, who took down Clarksville last week. But this field's loaded. Isaac Hurt, Caleb Rogers, and Riley Brewster in this field also. In seniors, I'm going with Daryl Macon because Daryl Macon showed me a shirt last week. He said Johnny Thomas didn't have, the Alabama state champion. But watch out for Johnny Thomas and Scott Burridge, the Alabama connection in this event. In co-ed, I'm going to go with Junior and Tammy Williams. How about that? I hadn't picked them all year long. They've been playing really well. But watch out for Chad and Kim, Ashley and Craig also in this field. In doubles, I got to go the Hurts, who took down Clarksville last week. And in singles, I got to go with, I'm going to try him again. He let me down last week. I'm going to go with Isaac Hurt this week. And how about the Pro Series? I'm going to step out this time and say that Brandon Earls takes down the Pro Series. And that's going to be my picks this week for Time to Phil down on the Mississippi River. If you think I should pick you, prove me wrong.
How about that? The Mississippi Ninja going out on a little bit of a limb there in the Pro Series.
Yeah, there was a couple calls in there that I'm like, whoa, I love the Tammy and Junior Williams call out.
Yeah, that's
man.
a good call. And Brandon Earls.
That's
you know what? That's a good call, too. Brandon Earls is a good call.
No, they both are.
It's going to be fun. Dalton, Georgia. It's going to be a big one.
And I like seeing Philip out in the sunshine. I like seeing his face a little bit. I love it, man. That was a good snippet there, man.
And I didn't realize he changed companies who he plays for. He's now playing with a French company called Atil, which is weird. I thought he was going to stick with Elite, but I guess this French company offered him more money. Anyway. I love you, brother. You know I do. I can't wait to see you this weekend. He did send me a text the other day. He goes, Owensboro seems like a a lifetime away, and it does. I mean, that super major seems like a lifetime away from when he and I sat next to one another. And to that point, before we get to these results, thanks very much to Dylan and Bill Yeoman's work covering center court this past week in Clarksville. Great stuff. The pre-party, everything. Miggy, thanks for the pre-party. CVB, the duck pin bowling, thanks to everybody. But really good stuff. Great coverage. A lot of fun. But looking forward to sitting down side by side with the Mississippi Ninja this weekend in Dalton, Georgia. Can't wait to get down there and see you, buddy. I appreciate you. Don't forget, speaking of sending in videos, if you've got a video that you want to send to us, whether it's you with a great shot, something that you're goofing around on, something you're experimenting with, feel free, taco at AmericanCornhole.com. Send them to us. I do believe I might have received one, but I don't think I could play it for some reason this past week. But if you've got a video that we can convert into maybe something like this Mark Smothers video, feel free if you want to send it to us, because we'd love to have this sort of content.
More stuff like this, baby. Good stuff.
Anything that we can. So we'll show you that one and then give you just a little impetus maybe to send us what you've got as well. So, Mark, take it away, buddy.
You know damn well I was in the field, and I was just trying to lay around and just kind of keep it. Yeah, he thought I was in the field with hay running off backwards in the pond.
Yeah.
This is my second tournament with them bags.
Is that it?
Really?
Yeah. Well, I played with them. I practiced with them a little bit of the night in the garage, and my garage floor got kind of dirty, so I washed them. Yeah, he thought I was running off in the pond again. But I'm blessed. Good day. I was blessed to get to win that one. It really feels good. And I ain't kidding. Bob's going to kill me. I know he is. But he's got a bad accent. I don't know where he got it at.
This could go on all night if we allowed it.
Well, we can.
All right.
Kathy, Philip wants a pumpkin roll, honey.
And that right there, no offense to you or anybody else, that right there is why I'm here. I love it. And there's so many different characters in this organization, and that you're going to have to try to be bigger than that one right there. I love it. But if you've got videos, maybe you're out goofing off playing cornhole, maybe you're at a bar, maybe you're at a weekly tournament, whatever. You got something that's about a minute and a half long, send it to us. Again, taco at AmericanCornhole.com. But, we were just talking about Clarksville, just killing it at the Dunn Center. And thanks to the crew. I know you were working with Sean Priest, Clinton Bilo, as always there. Throwing in that helping hand. Johnny and Missy Box, been a minute. Yeah. Good to see them out and about. Mike and Mary Schaefer, appreciate them as always, and everybody else that was part of the crew. But thanks to you guys. Miggy, you and your team, CBC. Why So Serious was out. They were selling some bags. Yep. Clinton and IMF.
Well, and CBC, I mean, they killed the broadcast. I mean, it was awesome. They did a great job with that stuff, man.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit about what happened there. You saw the slideshow there, but you also start to see some of these results come across. And I want to start where we typically start, and that is with the bag maker quads. Gusto Bags takes the quads this time, so Boogie's got to be thrilled to death. Congratulations to Gusto. And as we get to this end of the season, the bag maker quads, we're starting to tally up wins here, and we're going to see what happens. Who's the leader?
So
of the clubhouse?
I think IMF is currently leading, but I'll tell you what, there's plenty of good bag companies out there and people playing with different bag brands around the country. That doesn't mean IMF is going to win this thing, dude. There's plenty of them coming from behind.
But it's who the players choose to represent and who are sent out there to represent. I do love the idea that was thrown out there about the owners of the companies having a tournament to find out who may be the dominant. Dominant.
Obviously, we were talking
realm.
the other day. That Charlie Case is probably one of the front runners.
No question. Yeah.
Jody Thurman, I think, from Blueprint Bags, is a pretty solid player. Don't look past Clinton Bilo. He can throw a bag or two. Cisco can throw a bag. If we can get Wes out here from Haggard Bag to get out here, he can throw a bag. So there's a lot of these bag partners and manufacturers that can actually throw the rock. So we'll see what happens, man.
All right, just so
we're gonna make it happen, Finn. You and I still have to work with Eric and the rest of the team to figure out what that's going to look like.
Yeah, how that happens.
But we're going to make something happen.
Well, maybe we take out of the bag maker quads, we take the top 8 teams or top 12 teams. Maybe top 16, probably top 16 teams or whatever we want to do, and just take the offer to the owners of those 6 top, whatever it is. I don't know. Who knows? We're just spitballing here, but I'm going to start my own bag company, and you will never have to worry about me winning that tournament. It's called WTF. You can have IMF, you can have YSS, all those. I'm starting one called WTF.
What's that stand for again?
What the
What the
Fin
Frank?
what the Fin, what the Frank. Maybe we should start with WTFF. Maybe we should start the taco bag company. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what happens. But good stuff. Congratulations to Gusto, the big blind draw. Congratulations to James Hill and Thomas Stringfellow for winning the big blind draw. Great stuff. And co-ed doubles. I believe the Mississippi Ninja called this one. How about Martina Belt and Russell Tabers stepping up? You got to love that. That's a pretty solid co-ed team, maybe heading into the Worlds as well. Juniors, Mason Higgins, I believe the Mississippi Ninja called that one. I think he might have called out Mason Higgins top 1 or top 2 in seniors, and we mentioned his name earlier because he actually won a set of bags earlier. But Daryl Macon, running in out of Alabama, takes down seniors. Martina Belt throws another one under her respective belt. She grabs another patch for that jersey, another purple out of Tennessee for taking women's in doubles. And you saw the headline earlier. The big news was Caleb and Isaac Hurt take down doubles. I think all but one that they've been in, they've taken the doubles championship. Who's going to beat them? We'll see. Or is there anybody out there gearing up? Now, what's interesting though, when you move to singles, neither one of those names shows up.
Nope.
Congratulations, the Bluegrass's own Nate Stevens steps up, and good for him. Congratulations. And if I'm not mistaken, first purple jersey there, and the only first purple jersey involved in the entire weekend.
So you knew it was coming possibly with this cat. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Finn, he finished in the top 4 in Knoxville, if I'm not mistaken. And this guy's a good player, man, no doubt about it. So it was fun to see him do what he did. I'll tell you, we're getting some comments out here, Finn, right now. I think I'd love to see some more, but people chiming in with bag partners and owners that they believe, like what about Tim Burnett from Pitch? What about Dylan?
From CBC.
From CBC, man. I mean, there's some players out there. There are some players. This would be an extremely competitive tournament, except for when you throw your bag company in. That's about the only thing that's a buy for somebody.
Let me just tell you something.
That's a buy for somebody, right?
I would, yes. Maybe that's what I should just call my company, Buy Bags, BYE.
Buy bags, there you go.
I would
get
kicked in the bag immediately in round number 1. But I do think that it would be the ultimate. Maybe we just talk at the Trash Talk series. I don't know. There's I think that's a great idea. It came up a couple of episodes ago. And
how about that name?
We'll figure it out. Put your beer away.
Anyway, goodness gracious.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about our winners. Congratulations. Well, of course, yeah, absolutely. Miggy could contend.
Greg from TNT, man, he's a pretty decent player. Cody from Elite.
Yep.
Actually, we need to have some people start chiming in because I can't even remember all the great players from all these different bag companies that are part of.
Well, Brian, how about Brian? And that's the other thing. Who is going to be representing? Do they get to pick somebody in their ownership group, or it's the actual primary person?
It's the primary owner of the bag company that has to play and represent the bag company.
All right, I like that idea. I think it's a great idea.
So anyway, I just wanted to see some people chiming.
And you're watching the slideshow here again. What a great time that we had in Clarksville as a whole. You're seeing the stuff from the pre-parties. That's a shot from Miggy's pre-party right there. You saw CBC. I mean, hell, they're sold out, I think, in an hour, and they made room for anybody who wanted to come party. The duck pin bowling and everything else that was added to the one from the CVB was great. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know you said, and I think Thursday night Frank showed up and was hanging the number 1 finger for having won duck pin bowling. So he's got to win something on Thursdays.
I'm dominant in all Thursday night activity. But
is that what it is?
But yeah, no. So really, back to Miggy and back to CBC. Both those two, thank you very much to both organizations for doing what you guys did on that Thursday night, because both of those parties turned into sellouts, turned into awesome experiences for the players that ended up showing up there. I wish I could have made it over to Sean and Miggy's event. But I was able to poke my head in for a minute at the CBC event, and that was a lot of fun. They had fun stuff going on. I forget the name of the axe throwing place, but it was a axe throwing place there in Clarksville.
Yeah, and again, it's a good time to remind you that Crescent City Tavern is where the Backyard Bash welcome party will be Thursday night, day after tomorrow, in Dalton, Georgia. Come by, 80-person max out, Switch Holio tournament, 6 sets of boards. Should move like clockwork. I think LaBelle's going to be there rolling everything out.
I thought it was Clarkwork.
Was Clarkwork when Clark is there.
Okay, it's only Clockwork when he's not.
Yeah, we're going to ring that LaBelle.
So you know how much he does behind the scenes though. It's always like
it's
Clarkwork.
always Clarkwork. I know. I coined the phrase. I'll use it when I want.
Okay, I'm gonna add.
But you were right.
I'm gonna use your phrase.
You were right. I screwed up. It's always Clarkwork. I feel bad for April on that one though. So when life hands you Clemens, make Clemonade.
Oh my goodness!
How about that? That's what she does.
You threw that out there. I love
That's
it, baby.
no bullshit right there, because she did take the time to remind us. Peoria almost sold out. Bentonville almost sold out. Pre-register or register early so you don't get closed out, because I heard this from Steve Jobs' ghost. They're actually going to create an emoji of April's eyes rolling. Okay. That we're going to be able to use if you come in after it's all said and done. You've been told a squillion times to get your tickets. So make sure you get your tickets. Between April and Chris, LaBelle, and the boxes, and those who are running these tournaments, Tammy and Junior, God bless you. We couldn't do it without you. So make sure you get in there and get that stuff done ahead of time. Now, I'm gonna take this. I saved this beer here because I want to open this one up.
Wait, let me get a new one because I'm about out. Hold on.
What are
we talking? I'm about out of that one. I guess.
Because we are now officially just about 4 weeks away from heading across the Atlantic. Ooh. And we talked about, it's months away, it's months away, it's months away. No. The Manchester ACO Europe Major, this is going to be a rocking blast. The trips that have been planned around this, the people that we've seen that have bought tickets that are coming that are surprising us, it's going to be a blast. Daniel Lilly is fully on board. The stuff they're showing us is awesome. The equipment's been built just for this and welcoming us. Now, if you haven't seen the ACO Europe Major Facebook page and you're looking for information, go there. You can find the hotel information, 3 or 4 different choice hotels that have been placed very close, an easy subway ride, or as they call it, the tube, or an easy way to get there no matter what your transportation mode is. It's going to be awesome. And this David Lloyd Manchester North facility is going to be awesome. Everything that everyone's, I know you're flying into Ireland to be there on St. Patrick's Day.
I'm scouting new places for next year.
There you go. And Daniel Lilly and the UKCL, we couldn't ask for better partners, exploring new places throughout Europe. Going to spend a little time with the Cornwall folks, Tom and Matt, and their respective families, and all. They're bringing like 10 or 12 players up from Cornwall
and
up to Manchester.
If you're somebody from the U.S. that's planning on coming out to hang out with us up there or out over there, please chime in now. Let us know you're coming, man. I think William Howe Boom Boom is coming out with his wife. I know. I think the King is coming out with his beloved Ashley.
Oh yeah,
so that's going to be good.
You're talking about Crashly the party. That's going to be big.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I tell you what, though, Finn. I think the beers are going to taste a little bit different.
A little different.
There.
Well, we'll pay,
maybe on the better side.
We'll pay tribute to those beers, particularly in Cornwall. And by the way, the race that they're running in Essex on the Tuesday before, that's going to be has the opportunity to be named after the ACO, is going to be called ACO Europe Pitching the Par In. That's going to be at Exeter there. So you see the race course there, running counterclockwise on a turf track, one of the oldest and most prestigious race courses in the UK. And how great is that? And you see the dog. See that? That's Tom Collins.
Is that Tom's dog?
Yeah. Do you know? You see his ACO jersey?
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
That's
man.
An ACO jersey they had made just for their dog. Do you know what his name is?
No.
Frank.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely named Frank.
So, wait, we're getting a couple chiming in here. So, I just saw a note from Magnum. Magnum's coming out.
Oh, right on.
Magnum says he's got a crew coming out. So, a couple of guys and girls possibly coming out there. So, looking forward to that.
And who is Mag? Tell him who Magnum is.
He's out of Kansas out there,
Yep.
Kansas City. So we got John Stein saying, looking forward to a few beers and maybe a game of darts. So
remind people about that.
This is the thing. We may do a welcome bash that does not include cornhole and only includes a darts tournament. So I don't know. Maybe mini cornhole and darts might be the way.
I don't know. The ACO players, they're not that competitive. Why would they want to play anything other than cornhole? I'm joking. I've seen ACO players have elevator races at the hotel. Are you kidding me? But you saw Kim Dice up there. You saw Caleb Hurt up there, all coming to Manchester. What fun this is going to be, and what stories and what video. We may have to buy you.
It already feels like we're going next week, but it's still 4 weeks away. But it's around the corner. But I feel like I'm leaving next week. I mean, I can't wait.
And you can still expedite a passport, I think, and get it in time if you don't have one. But the bottom line is, you don't want to be sitting around in April going, "Damn it, I wish I had done that." And April, you got to get Chris on board. Come on now. Speaking of April, let's make it happen.
I kind of like this note by Hal. He's talking about they haven't ever seen anything like me in person since the Vikings. No. And that might be a fact.
No, the closest thing is because they don't have Bigfoot as the Loch Ness Monster. That's the closest thing they've ever seen to Boom.
Well, it's a good thing Boom's bringing his wife to keep him under control.
That should work. That should work. No offense to her, even though I've never met her, but there's no way. There's no way. I can just see him up in the tower in Big Ben up there. It's like, "Sir, could you hush? I can't hear Big Ben."
Hey, Chris Clark, ping pong is when we go to China next. So that's when we head to China.
Next. Did you go without me? Did you go to China without me? All right. I moved off of the YouTube page because you're getting more fun comments, and I want to see those. I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie.
Well, keep up with the show because people want to go enjoy the rest of their evening.
I'm pretty much done with what I had to say. I want to see the comments because I am so excited about this. I cannot wait for us to get over there and we talked about this with Tom Collins and Matt Bailey when they came over from Cornwall. We said we've talked about this forever and forever and forever, and it all just sort of came together when they rolled into the Worlds in Thronesboro, and I know they're going to be back this year. At least that's what they told me, and hopefully some more players from their group will come out. But we've watched it go from just throwing a couple of bags in the garden area to really them getting it together and having weekly leagues and just a complete and utter buy-in, which is what I love because they're doing it for all the right reasons that we've always talked about. They do it for the competition. They do it for the fellowship. They do it for the reason. I mean, Toby, his 7 or 8-year-old son already, if you ask Toby, but he's already thrown bags 27 feet and working to become a player. And it's really exciting to see people want to play and expand the game around the world for the right reasons. And these are the right people to do it with. Daniel Lilly, the UKCL, as the ACO Europe director, that's a pretty big territory.
Oh, it's a big
Can't wait to see what happens
Hey,
next.
Can somebody chime in? Tell me you can hear us, right? You can hear us talking, right?
You can't? Does somebody say you can't hear us?
I just saw Ashley Irvin said no audio, so I don't know if it went down. Are we still on?
I think you can
Somebody
hear
say yes. All right. Might be
It's-
you, Ashley.
That's on your end.
So I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, April Clemens says, I think it's on your end. See, she's reading my mind. Hey, look, I got all these comments up here. No offense to our friends on YouTube channel, but these comments
She's
are better.
back. Ashley can hear us now.
All right, very good.
So, no, excited about it. But no, Clarksville was awesome. Looking forward to it. And, Chris Clark, you need to get to Clarksville.
Yeah, no shit. I was just thinking the same
thing. You need to come to Clarksville
How
next
was
year,
Clark
dude.
not in Clarksville? I didn't even think of that.
And you will have a fun time, except if you help hump boards up top, because that was not fun at all.
Any more majors to be added this season? Perhaps Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still rumor that there might be one out on the West Coast. We're still looking at that. It may happen.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it, we're going to announce it in the next week or two, but not guaranteeing anything to anybody. So we're working on that still right now. So just let you know.
All right, very good. And Jack, I know, does Harcrow's hacks with the CBC guys when he finds places to stay and different things. He throws in Harcrow's hacks. They've been busting his balls a little bit about consistency, but I think at that point you guys need to create your own character for this called Hack Jar Crow. That's what I would do.
Hack Jar
But
Crow. That's actually pretty good.
Feel free to take that and run with that and do what you need to do with that. But I love it because he's always finding a great deal and a place to stay on top of the place to play. But I do love that. That's pretty good stuff. Ashley says it was Craig's phone. I should have known. Well, you can't watch us on a flip phone. Come on. But Waves Donuts has been throwing out notifications about where they're going to be and when they're going to be, and it kills me because I had some of their donuts at the Worlds last year. I had some of those frosted bacon donuts.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
And I think they put those pictures up just to mess with me now because I'm like, oh, I want them so bad, and I can't get them.
So Ashley, you guys need to make a spin-off commercial like somebody else did at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Just see if you can get Ben Affleck, Tom Brady, and Matt Damon. There should be no problem whatsoever. But I think it's probably time that – what happened?
Hey, it's just me.
Oh.
Sorry, people. You got to see me right now.
That's all right. That's okay. It was Heinemann said he's having problems with being premature, so but he can deal with that at home. But unfortunately,
I'm like looking over there. Why do I see half the Whole Nation logo?
Whole Nation. Well, they're going to be in Dalton. They're going to be. That's why you see. Oh, you're only seeing H. You're just seeing the H or the N. But Whole Nation. And Rich and Tracy are going to be there shooting some great stuff. It's going to be a party this week in Dalton. If you haven't made plans to come out and join us, come out just for the hang. It's going to be great. Crescent City Tavern Thursday, 4:30 registration ish, 6 o'clock bags. Going to be big fun. What a weekend! The 4th of 5 Pro Series Skins games. And will Brandon Earls take the Skins as the Mississippi Ninja prognosticated? We shall see. I'm still using multisyllabic words this many beers in. I'm doing pretty well. But the bottom line is I think it's time to give you guys your Taco Tuesday back. We're almost in an hour. I'm sorry. Yikes. But we got some fun stuff coming up here from the ACO Underground here at the home office. There's more to come on that as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and step aside. I'm going to say congratulations to all of our winners, and here's to the winners this coming weekend. Looking forward to partying with you side by side and seeing what happens. Philip, I'm looking forward to sitting next to you, and it's going to be a big, big weekend. I'm Finn the Loudmouth for the ACO. He is Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude.
Keep on pitching. It went live. It's just, and all of a sudden I'm seeing half a.
That's all right. Well, I just looked over and I saw you, and I'm like, did I say something I didn't think I said? What happened? Because I could have.
Have a whole nation and you're tuning in on me, man.
That's hilarious.
Ah, shit.
When are y'all coming back to Michigan?
But that's actually.
Oh, no, it's hilarious, dude.
We're not still on, are we? Because I'm still looking at me on right now, guys. This is the best show ever because I'm still looking at me on.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye,
All
Frank.
right. Keep on. Behind.